In business, the rules are simple. Disrupt or be disrupted. And let's be crystal clear. This is not just about technology or innovation. It's about leadership. Today, I'm going to talk about why continuous learning is your competitive advantage. Let's dive in. I read something recently that stopped me in my tracks, and that's this. 65% of children entering school today are going to end up working in jobs that don't currently exist. And while you're listening to this, hundreds of startups worldwide are receiving funding, each aiming to disrupt the status quo. Skeptics might call this hype. Realists will call it the new normal. To me, it doesn't matter what you call it, but it's worth paying attention to. See, the message is simple. The rate of change is only accelerating. Do you remember Kodak? Right? See, they invented the digital camera and decided to do nothing with it, fearing it was going to cannibalize their film sales. What was the result? Bankruptcy and a case study in complacency. Businesses that do not continuously evolve will become obsolete. It's a fact. Where does that evolution come from? Your leadership team. See, your leaders are the ones charting the path forward. They are the ones overseeing the day-to-day operations. They hold the keys to your company's number one competitive advantage, your people. See, people drive strategy. People sell products. People support customers, and people make decisions. People are your most valuable asset. The success of your business depends on your people and those leading them. You want your team prepared for today, and you also want them prepared for challenges that you can't even imagine yet. How do you achieve this? By continuous development of your leadership team. Let me give you an example. The one skill your team needs to master is the skill of adaptability. You must equip your leaders with the tools to adapt and thrive in an ever-changing environment. Here's the truth. The skills that got you and your team here are not the same skills that are going to get you where you want to go in the future. And I call this the moment of what, like I say, the leadership truth. I was talking recently with a CEO, and we were reviewing the leadership culture in their business and discussing how to navigate the challenges ahead. And then it hit them. Their leadership gap was larger than they had thought. See, many of their leaders lacked the skills to get them to where they needed to be. And when I talk about training and development, let me understand this. Let me be clear about this. The number one thing I talk about is execution and implementation. So you can train anyone, but can you get them to implement and execute? Leadership is about navigating ambiguity. It's about being able to work through situations where clear answers aren't always available. It's about making timely decisions with a limited set of data. It's about having a leadership presence and a willingness to be open to different perspectives and having the influence skills to mobilize others to act. It's about connecting with others and understanding what matters most to them and then building trust by helping them achieve it. It's about building allies across the business and co-creating the future. It's about being a walking billboard for the habits and behaviors you want others to exhibit. Everything I just mentioned, everything is about implementation and execution. None of it is easy, but all of it is your competitive advantage. The challenge is that most leadership training programs focus on theoretical bullshit. It's time to change that. Leaders at every single level need a forum to workshop the challenges they face. That's how they learn. That's how they develop. That's how they're prepared to handle the uncertainty of what lies ahead. Educational training is only half the equation. Execution and implementation support to implement the training are the other valuable parts. Do we offer great leadership training? Hell yeah. But I always remind clients that this isn't where the gold lies. The primary value of our leadership program is in our implementation workshops and our mastermind sessions. Why? Because they create a safe forum to work through real life situations and figure out how to apply the leadership implementation tools we teach. That's the power, and that's where the real learning happens. When leaders take their challenge and figure out how to apply specific leadership tools and work through the nuances of how that plays out, that's how they develop the confidence to navigate difficult situations. Your team is the ultimate competitive advantage, and the leadership of that team isn't a luxury. It's a matter of survival. If you're not embedding a culture of continuously learning and teaching your team how to implement and adapt, you're writing your obituary in a business journal that's yet to be published. So here's your call to action. You can live with mediocrity and hope for the best, or you can implement a training program designed to help your team navigate the ambiguity and ever-changing landscape of today's business world. We're here to help. All you have to do is schedule an exploratory call. No sales pitch, no commitments, just an engaging conversation leader to leader about how to future-proof your business. I promise to seed you with some ideas and share what works and what doesn't. Follow the link in the description if you're interested. If you're not ready yet, hey, that's cool too. Let me give you a copy of my book, Freedom to Experiment: How to Ignite a New Level of Energy, Focus, and Momentum in Yourself and Your Team. I'll buy you the book. You pay for shipping. Follow the link in the description and I'll personally sign a copy for you. Okay, if you like what I shared today, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment below related to your business, and of course subscribe, because each week I'm sharing content to help you and your team embrace change, focus your efforts, and accelerate results. Remember this, you're just one idea away. We'll talk to you soon.